the second foundation of focus. This is maybe the core of all the things that we'll talk about and that I share with my clients around focus. It is commit to this idea called maintenance plus one. It's based on the principle that we cannot multitask. We convince ourselves we can. Oh, I can do five things at a time. You can't. You just rapidly switch between them and not efficiently at all. We cannot multitask, and even trying to do so is remarkably inefficient. Now, I'm going to give you an example of where this shows up. Let's assume for a moment that you have five tasks that you need to complete, and each one of them would take a week of focused effort. If you do them all at the same time, which is how most of us like to try and do it, right? We want to keep all the plates spinning. We want to keep everybody happy. We want to feel like we're cool and we do all this stuff, or we've got these new shiny ideas. So we bounce between them and we try and do them all at once. Take a guess. When do you think, and I encourage you, say it out loud as you're listening to it. When do you think the first task will actually be complete? Here's the answer. The answer is at best, the first task will be complete 10 weeks from now. 10, not five. Because you would think, oh, well, I do them I've got five, they're 1 week tasks, it'll get done. Nope, it'll be 10 weeks from now because we lose 50% of our efficiency by doing it this way. In addition to that, there is only a 30% chance that any one of those tasks will ever get done, and less than a 3% chance that the last one will. On the other hand, if you instead say, I will go after these tasks and I will do them consecutively rather than concurrently, when does the first one get done? They're 1 week tasks. It gets done in 1 week, literally 10 times faster to your first completion. Also, you're more than 80% likely, and it's typically around 90 to 92% likely to complete the first one, and you're even about 30% likely to complete the fifth one. It changes massively when you look and say, how do I need to do this? I need to do one thing at a time. So what does this lead to? This leads to the fact that we have two categories of items in our world that we work on. We have things that are maintenance level that say don't take new energy. They are things that, like, let's say you're in a business. It might be paying the bills or doing payroll or getting the basic paperwork done or getting your team out in the morning. All those things are in a maintenance level. In your life, it might be things like brushing your teeth, getting ready for the day. But then we have these other tasks that require new energy, that require creativity and movement and effort. The truth is, you can only do one of them at a time if you want to be effective. And I see this in companies that I work with all the time. One of the very, very top things is to get them to stop doing five things and only do one. Now, this doesn't mean that you won't get five done. It just means you got to do one at a time while it's your plus one. If you think about it as I have all these maintenance things, and then I have my plus one slot, and all of our extra effort goes to that plus one slot, you will now knock it out and get it done in so much faster of a form, and you will feel better and you will get real movement. If you're not getting movement in your business or your life, this is likely one of the reasons why. So commit to maintenance plus one, and that is the action for this. Establish your maintenance, make a list of all the things you have in maintenance, look at how much time they'll take, and then look at how many hours you have left and create a list of items that could be your plus one. Pick one of them and work on it.